Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about Friedman test. It's the non-parametric version of one-way repeated measures ANOVA. So imagine that Department of Public Health and Safety monitors the measures taken to clean up drinking water. And to do that, they measure trihalomethanes or THMS at 12 countries drinking water, and they compare before cleanup, 1 week, and 2 weeks after cleanup. Null hypothesis here is that the cleanup system had no effect on the THMS amount. So there are 4 assumptions for these tests that needs to be met before doing the test. Assumption number 1 says that there needs to be one group that is measured on 3 or more different occasions. So as I said, we have 3 groups: before cleanup, after 1 week, and after 2 weeks cleanup. And assumption number 2 is that the sample is randomly taken from the population, which is met for our data. And number 3 is that our dependent variable should be measured at the ordinal or continuous level, and our data here are measured at continuous level. And number 4 is that samples do not need to be normally distributed. So now we're good to go. In our research, the dependent variable is THMS and the independent variable is time, which consists of 3 groups: before cleanup, week 1, and week 2. We are aiming to test whether measures have an effect on cleaning the drinking water or not. So to do the test, we need to define variables as always, which now, based on what I just said, we have 3 variables named before week 1 and week 2. So now go to Analyze, Non-Parametric Tests, Legacy Dialogues, and K-related samples. So now in this window, transfer variables before week 1 and week 2 to the test variables box. And as you've done that, then click on Statistics. And now check the quartiles and then continue. We wouldn't check the descriptive box since our data is not suitable for descriptive, because we want to see descriptive statistics for each of the time points or conditions. So, and then OK. So, as you can see in the results page, the ranks table shows us the mean rank for each of the related groups. Is not a very important result, and median value for each group would be a better result if you want to report it. And the last but not least is the test statistics table, which tells us whether there was an overall statistically significant difference between the mean ranks of your related groups. We have the chi-square value, which is the test statistic with 2 degrees of freedom, and the amount of p-value. So as you can see, p-value is 0.0, which is less than 0.05. So we reject the hypothesis, which says that the cleanup system hasn't affected the THMS amount. So now, since the Friedman test is an omnibus test, meaning that there are overall differences, but does not pinpoint which groups in particular differ from each other, we need to run post hoc tests to distinguish that. Although you can do the Wilcoxon's signed rank test to find out about the particular group, but here we prefer to run the post hoc test. So to do post hoc test, go to Analyze, Non-Parametric Tests, then Related Samples, then click Customize Analysis, and now under the tab fields, transfer variables into the test fields, and then go to Settings tab, and then check Customize Test, and on Compare Distributions card, check Friedman's two-way ANOVA by ranks. So, and now click on Run. And now you can see our results. And since we have significant results, we scroll down to the pairwise comparisons table. Here we have the combinations of comparisons to check whether the differences are significant or not. We check the last column or adjusted p-value. And as you can see, for week 2, week 1, and week 1 before, the amount of p-value both are 0.074, which is greater than 0.05. So there is no differences here. But the amount of p-value for week 2 before comparison is 0. So it tells us that there is a statistically significant difference between week 2 and before. And so the treatment was effective at the end of week 2 and over the time. And that was it. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video.